A former top 10 player, Jesper Parnevik was a pioneer for Swedish golf and a real crowd favourite. He had 14 pro victories and 3 Ryder Cup appearances before injuries took their toll. Now he's back though, and he met with Golfing World's Anna Whiteley.
Jesper, it was your birthday this year, you're 50, which means you're now on the Champions Tour. It's your debut year. How are you finding it and how's the tour treating you?
It's almost like the European Tour was in the 80s, you know. It's a different energy, different atmosphere. Everybody's a little bit more relaxed, you know. Everybody's having fun, everybody having a good laugh. Everybody can have a beer after the round, you know. It's just a different mentality, and everybody's pretty much happy to be out there, even though the competition is still very strong. I mean, you have to play very well to win, and I have to say, last year, Bernard Langer probably played the best of his career almost. I would say if Ian Poulter wouldn't have needed a wild card, he could have gone to Bernard.
Well, the standard is no doubt very high. How's the game? You look like you're in great shape.
Body feels good, actually, and that was been my biggest worry the last 6, 7, 8 years, because I've been injured with numerous different injuries on and off the golf course. And the body's been good. I can practice, I can hit it full. I mean, it's a little bit stiffer than it was when I was 20, but I'm very happy the way it feels right now.
And looking at your professional career, some of your highlights, just tell us about your Ryder Cup debut. You're known for kind of paving the way for a lot of Swedish golf, and your Ryder Cup appearances were brilliant.
I mean, Ryder Cup is, it's very special. I've heard players that haven't been there before kind of downplay it, and then they go and they say it's the most amazing thing they ever experienced in their career, and it is. It's the energy, and it's hard to explain. It's almost like the World Cup in football, you know. I'd be in the center arena in the finals, and the crowd is going crazy. I remember in Boston, me and my caddy walking off the first tee, trying to talk to each other. We were only 5 feet apart, and there was no way we could hear anything what any other one said. So it's just a different mentality, different energy, and it's fantastic to play. And be part of a team is so different from what we normally used to.
And over the last 10 years or so, we have seen you suffer with some quite unusual injuries. Has it been frustrating? Do you think that has affected your form and stopped you from going further than you could have done, or anything like that?
I mean, some were hard to avoid, like I had both hip surgeries, but then I did some dumber ones, like I fell off a Segway and broke 2 ribs. I cut off my finger on a boat. I hit my big toe in a pack of beer and broke that toe, and I got my finger stuck in the door of the car going to the first tee. So it's been a lot of dumb ones I could have avoided, but in a sense it's been a blessing in disguise, because, you know, as much as any pro travels, you know, it's been great to see the family a little bit the last 6, 7 years as well, because, you know, they are almost out of the house now, going to college and so on. So in a way it's been nice, even though I much rather would have played or been healthy anyway.
And talking of your family, you've just had a reality show launched back in Sweden, based in your home. Tell us about that, and what's the reaction been so far?
Oh, the reaction has been fantastic. It's been a huge success, and I would have been happy for it not to be a disaster, put it that way, because when you sign up for something like that, it's really not my thing, and I actually hate bad reality TV or whatever you want to call it. So, to say the least, I was very nervous, you know, before it aired, but now when it's hard to explain really the format. It's from our house, of course, but then you invite Swedish celebrities, politicians, athletes, and so on. And it's been a very, very good format. And I'm just happy in Sweden. Anyone who knows Swedes, and I guess UK could be a little bit similar. If you're a celebrity or whatever, you do something out of your box, and if you don't do it perfect, they absolutely kill you. And I'm not dead, put it that way.
Another thing outside of your golf and outside of the reality show that a lot of people talk about is the choice of hats. Tell us where that signature look came from, and which one has been your favorite over the years?
I mean, mine started, you know, back in the 80s when I played on a European tour, and I actually went to Florida to practice before the European tour started. And coming from Sweden, you know, it was very, very dark in the wintertime. I was pale, to say the least, so I actually flipped it up to get a suntan in the beginning. And I started putting better when I didn't see the brim of the hat, so I kept it that way. And the first tournament out, actually, even though I lost, I was in a 6-hole playoff with Sevi in Mallorca, and you know, I kept it ever since then.
Have you got any favorites? The Ryder Cup one was quite spectacular.
I mean, sometimes Ryder Cup hats was a problem, because some of the captains actually forgot about my flipped up style, so it was a little bit of a panic. I remember at least once, a few weeks before the tournament started, because they had to, special make a few that I could flip up.
So just finally, to come back to the golf, what are your goals for the Champions Tour, and where could you see your career going in the future?
Of course I want to win. I've had a few chances already to be up there, and just that is enormous relief. You know, not just to walk around waving, being last and everyone, especially from being injured for so long. So of course I want to win some, but I have to say, just to be out there, meeting all the friends you haven't seen for 20 years, and the names that you play with every week. I mean, every week on the Champions Tour event, if you would have had that field, I would say 15 years ago, you would have had the best field on the planet. And that's pretty much what every week is like, which is, I think, is fantastic to see all those legends play.
Well, we look forward to seeing what you do over the next couple of years. Jesper, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.